What's up, guys? I'm just going to quickly talk about recognizing when you need to make a change and how important that skill can be for your life. I truly think that recognizing when you need to make changes in your life, when you need to start living a little bit differently, when you need to start changing your spending habits, when you need to change up your gym routine, all that, I think that recognizing when you need to change your actions and go about life differently is a very important skill that many people lack the ability to even comprehend and especially to master. I think that recognizing when you need to make changes is honestly being kind to yourself, because in life there's always going to be times where we get a little bit off track and when we aren't living in coherence to our goals and our values. And I think that being gentle with yourself, telling yourself the truth, and also admitting the truth to yourself is very beneficial and can help you not only achieve your goals and make progress, but also just become a better person and ultimately become happier. For instance, I was not like drinking a lot, but I was drinking on the weekends pretty much every weekend. And when I drink, I kind of like, I go all out and I have a lot of fun with my friends, and like I spend money, and the next morning I wouldn't say that I really regret it, but I kind of look back and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? And that's just my personality. Like, I am an extremist by all definitions, and I just go all out when I do something. Like when I go to the gym, I go all out. I I go all out with holding myself to going to the gym at least 3 or 4 times a week, usually close to 6 or 7 times a week. Probably about 5 or 6 is the range that I normally fall in. But I am an extremist there. I'm an extremist with the foods that I eat, with staying on track of my goals, writing down the stuff that I have to do. I use an app called Things3. It's a great for lists, and you can check off things as you accomplish them. It's what I do for my to-do list, and I'm an extremist when it comes to following that list, staying true to it, and even just writing it. I usually do it the night before, and I'm very precise with what I write down. I don't leave things out, even like the most minor things. Like, for example, I like to drink green tea. It's good for my skin, it's good for your body, it's good for you all around. I make sure that I put that on. I make sure that I put on, like, take ashwagandha, take my vitamins, whatever, all these little things, because I can check those off throughout the day. And when you check it off, it makes you feel better, obviously, because you're getting something done. You're stacking up wins, and when you stack up wins, you ultimately become a winner and you achieve what you want to achieve. But anyways, I'm an extremist when it comes to that and the small details, and I'm also an extremist when it goes to like having fun. I love to have fun, especially with my friends, with my best friends. But I have also been honest with myself when I've gotten a little bit carried away there, when it was kind of hurting me financially and also mentally and even physically with my physique and going to the gym and how I was eating. And for about a month, I keep saying I usually don't do that in videos, but for about a month, I was really on track with what I was eating, and I always go to the gym regardless, but I was really on track with what I was eating, with working a lot, and I'm still working a lot too regardless, but doing all that type of stuff, and just I was getting really better at saving my money and not spending too much. But in the last 2 weeks or so, I kind of fell off that train, and I kind of have resorted back to the old habits of drinking and partying and spending and having fun. And to be honest with you, it's only been 2 nights. It was last Friday night and then this Friday night. But I'm being honest with myself, and I also haven't been eating too great the last 3 days or so. And I know it's just 3 days, and obviously I can easily change that by eating well the next 3 days, and I can easily make up for that. However, if I'm not honest with myself, I might get carried away for the next 3 days, and then I might get carried away for another 3 days, and then it's going to take 9 days to recover, and it could be even worse for a lot of people. So I think that it is very beneficial to admit to yourself if you're off track, and it's honestly not easy to do. When I saw that I was spending a little bit more than I should have been, it was kind of hard for me because I had a lot of regret over the last like 3 or 4 months, because I've been at school now. It's February, so I've been here since September, and obviously I go home sometimes and went home for winter break and everything. But looking at the amount of money I spent from September to the beginning of the year was kind of brutal. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucked, and I wasn't able to like save too much. Usually my savings rate is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but those 3 or 4 months were kind of brutal. But I had a lot of fun and I made a lot of memories, and the fact that I noticed it in January is much better than me noticing it in April when school's over, in May when school's over. And so at least I noticed it early, but I was honest with myself. I was honest with myself that I got a little bit carried away, that I got a little bit careless and was not focused on the things that I want to focus on. And I was not focused on what makes me happy. And what makes me more happy than partying with my friends and making memories is saving my money, investing my money, having an amazing physique, which I'm working towards. I wouldn't say that my physique is amazing by any means, but it's pretty damn good, and I want to make it amazing, so I'm working to do that. So those things make me happy. Eating well makes me happy because I feel good. I feel good mentally, I feel good physically, and I look good physically. So that is great. And I also perform better in the gym, better in school, better reading, everything, because my mind is working in the right way when I'm eating the right way. So yeah, those things make me more happy than drinking and partying and fucking spending money on food and like all that. And it's fun. I love my friends so much, and I love being with them, and I love partying with them and everything. And even if we're not partying, obviously I love them, I love being around them, all that. But I have to be honest with myself sometimes about my goals, and it has nothing, it's like, I don't know, I guess this is kind of turning into like an isolate yourself sort of video, but that's not really my intentions. But it's more so just being honest with yourself type of video. That's the message that I want to leave, is to be honest with yourself, and to also be open with yourself though. Like don't hide your actions. I mean, it's part of being honest and telling yourself the truth, but don't hide your actions. Don't hide your negative actions from yourself. Don't gamble every single weekend, something that I was kind of doing. Don't gamble every single weekend and not acknowledge it and act like you're not actually doing it when you are. Be honest with yourself. And when I was honest with myself, let's talk about the gambling part. I was honest with myself about gambling, and I cut it off right away. And I went up a lot of money, and then I lost, and then I made more, and then I lost, and I ended up down. And it's stupid. It's stupid. I don't look at it as a waste of money. I look at it as a learning lesson, because the amount of money that I lost could have been significantly worse, and I'm very grateful that it wasn't. But the thing is, I was honest with myself. I said, all right, you lost this amount of money. What if this was 10x? What if this was 20x? Freaking wipe me out. What if it was 20x? Because if you win a little bit, you can win a lot. If you lose a little bit, you can lose a lot. I'm not even talking about gaming. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about everything. If you have the ability to make progress forward, you can keep that going with that momentum forward and keep going. But if you also have the ability to make progress backwards, to lose progress, to go the wrong direction, you have the ability to go all the way down. I truly look at the world as a limitless place where anything can be achieved, anything can be lost, anything can be gained. I look at the resources in the world, and I think that I can achieve whatever I want. It's all up to me. And that goes hand in hand. It goes vice versa. Like, I can also lose everything. I can lose my money, myself, everything. My friends, my family, I could lose it all, but I could gain it too. I can make friends. I can make, not that I want like new friends, but I'm saying I can make friends. I can create a family. I can make a bunch of money. I can have houses, but I can lose all that stuff too. And I just think that if you aren't honest with yourself, and if you don't tell yourself that you're off track, if you can't admit to yourself that you're off track, you're gonna be in a bad place and you're gonna lose it all. So my ability to be honest with myself, and my ability to recognize when I'm off track and to recognize when I'm not doing the things that I'm supposed to, is a skill that I'm grateful that I have, and it helps me get closer to and will help me achieve my goals. I guess my real message is just to Develop the ability to recognize when you're not living the life that you want to. Develop the ability to recognize when you're not living in proportion to your values, and when you're not living in a way that is going to help you pursue and ultimately achieve your goals. And that recognizing...
No phone connected. Please connect phone.
My bad. And that recognizing these bad patterns, these bad habits, these negative weights in your life, recognizing them and getting rid of them is a skill, and it's very hard to learn, very hard to master, it's very hard to execute upon, but it is the only thing that is going to help you to achieve your goals. Because if you can't get rid of the bad habits, if you can't change your damn actions, you're going to stay exactly where you are. And like I said, these last 2 weeks, well, really it's just this last week, I was a little bit off track. Am I disappointed in myself? No. Did I have 2 really fun nights? Yes. But what's more fun? Getting drunk and creating a couple memories, or achieving my goals, creating generational wealth, building a great family, becoming a great father, a great husband, and getting closer with God? In my opinion, the latter is way more fun, and nobody could ever change my mind about that. Achieving success is the most fun that you can have, and truthfully, I have more fun in the gym, I have more fun working, sometimes, not all the time, I have more fun learning than I do when I'm just fucking off. And not that I get a lot of views, but I've never sworn in a video, so like, I don't know, I might get absolutely 0 views on this one, but we'll see. I don't know, guys. It's really, life is like tough because there's so many vices and there's so many distractions, and you need to recognize what those vices are for you and what those distractions are for you, and be gentle with yourself, but admit them. Don't be harsh on yourself and fill yourself with regret and be like, oh, why was I gambling like this for the last few months? Why was I not saving? Why was I doing this? Why was I doing that? You can always make not excuses, but you can always have regrets. You can always look back and say that you wish that you did something differently. But I think that the best way to look at things, to look at the negative things or negative patterns in your life, is to look at them as learning experiences. I gambled money and lost a little bit. Not too much, not significantly, but I look at it and I'm like, damn, that sucks. But it wasn't too much to the point where I felt it. I mean, I felt it, but not bad. But I look at that and I'm like, okay, I have X amount of money now. In 5 to 10 years, I hope to, and I will have X amount. Obviously, I don't like to put like money goals straight out there because I don't know what I'm going to have or not. It depends how investments do. It depends, whatever. It depends on life. It depends on a lot of things. However, I'm saying if I have X now, I'm going to have more in 5 years. I'm going to have more in 10 years. And what if I have, for example, not anywhere close to this, like currently, but what if in 5 years I have $500,000 and I go and gamble? Let's see, I gambled about 5%, not like, yeah, we'll call it like 5%. 5% of my net worth was lost through gambling. Stupid. I'm well aware. I've learned that. But say I have $500,000 and I gamble away 5% of that. What is that? 25K. That is brutal. That sucks. Obviously, if you have $500,000, like, it's not the biggest loss in the world. There could be worse things, but that sucks. And I look at it like that and I'm like, damn, what if I have more money and I gamble away the same percentage? Like, that's stupid. That is such a big amount of money. Like, that is stupid. You can do so many smart things with that. And you're just being careless and throwing it out the window, throwing it in the trash. I'm not trying to make this all about gambling, but I'm using it as an example, as I looked back and learned from it. And now, when I have more money, and currently I'm not going to have the desire to try to gamble. I'm looking at my money in a different way now. I literally wrote in my affirmations that I am careful with my money, and I manage my money carefully because it is a tool for opportunity and freedom. That is exactly what it is. And I knew that, I did, but I had to be reminded of that. And from my mistakes with gambling, I have a greater I'm not love, but I have a greater appreciation for the value of my dollar and for the value of my time, and I'm not going to be stupid and just throw it out the window. So yeah, and the only reason that I was able to develop that mindset is because I was honest with myself when I got a little bit off track, and I was honest with myself when I was not living in accordance to my values, my goals, and my dreams. So yeah, I yapped a lot on this one. 16 minutes, I was really yapping. But I think that one of the most valuable skills that you can develop is the skill to recognize your distractions, is the skill to recognize when you are off track, and to recognize when you're not living in accordance with your goals, and to recognize when your actions are not getting you closer to the place in which you want to be. I know I probably just repeated myself like over and over for a couple minutes. Oh shoot. But yeah, I think that it's a great skill, and I think that implementing that skill into your life, even if you cannot directly master it, and I don't know if anybody really can, because there are so many vices, there are so many distractions, but I think that implementing that skill into your life and doing your best to doing your best to execute it in your own life is a skill that successful people have.